Oh well. What a day it's been, everybody. It's been a couple days. It's been a little bit since we've been able to look up at our screens and see mostly green out there. But that's what today is. I see way more green than red on my screen today. It does seem like every single travel related stock under the sun is trading higher. I guess we have Delta Airlines to thank for that. But this is at the close. We got a half hour left in today's trading session, or 28 minutes now. And we're going to just break down today's action, what's been working and what's not been working, and take questions from the chat and do what we do. Here we go. Before we go any further, please hit that thumbs up button. Thank you very much. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
All right, Joel, what do you make of this?
It's called the Spencer Israel rally.
Why? Why? What did I do?
Because you called it this morning with Delta.
I didn't call anything.
yeah,
I
you
didn't
were
call anything.
you were bullish. You were trying to stand up to Triple D.
I honestly, in all seriousness, I do think it is concerning for like Delta Airlines specifically that they could have their best 5-week period ever, and it comes amidst a time where there is way bigger macro forces working against them. So that concerns me. I'm definitely not bullish the airlines. I just highlighted the comment from the CEO that they just had their best 5-week period ever. And they're almost back to where they were pre-COVID in terms of capacity. So anyway, run through the overall market here, and then let's talk about these airline stocks.
Yeah, well, they're definitely lifting off here. We're up 53 and a half handles here, making new highs on the session, surging into the close. They tried to bust it. They tried to get near the pre-market low early in the session, couldn't do it, and then once it established, like, hey, I want to hold the close, 43.93. Bidders just kind of came in and taken over. And man, they were right back to the lows from last week. So I don't know if this could be a buy the dip opportunity here, but looks like we got a strong close heading into the 3-day weekend. Crude, that's ripping. That's up 354, up at 104.14. Gold off the high, but still having a good day, up $3, 1979.10. Silver, that stuck into the 26 handle, but now back down under, up 18 cents at 25.91 and a half. And Bitcoin, that caught a bid off 39,560, up 2K 45 at, or just called 2K at 41,290. Those are the futures. And Ethereum futures are trading into green too, up $134 at 31,0350.
All right, let's go to these travel stocks. Whether you're an airline stock, cruise line stock, Airbnb, any of these booking stocks like BKNG or Trivago, and what's the other one I'm blanking on? Oh my gosh, Expedia. How's Expedia doing? Yeah, wow. So I haven't looked at that one for a minute. They're all up today, Joel. The name of the word of the day is travel, travel, travel.
Yeah, and in the midst of higher fuel cost, higher tickets, people just want to travel. So that's good. Who cares about the war? I don't think there's many people traveling to the Ukraine or Russia, but interesting day for Delta. Never got near the bottom of or the top of the range from Tuesday. And we never got to the pre-market high, which was closer to 41.50, but just a strong day hanging out. Someone probably working out of a piece here at 41, but a pretty big 3-day move. Boom, boom. Let's see. Not much in the remainder of the 41 handle. The question is, can this make a push towards 42? And then, we'll have to check in a couple days, see if he can hold these gains. Love. I mean, you talk about a sympathy play here. Love up 316. That's running into an area of some resistance. You have multiple highs just over 46. So keep an eye on that. Got the 46.03 today, and then you can see these five tops right here at the $46 area. American, the big one on a percentage basis.
Yeah.
That cleared 18 and a quarter, no problem. 19, we do have some highs at 19. Got a little pause, but still bid up there. And what else? United Airlines, UAL. That's having a good day too. Let's see if that can get up to the $46 area.
How about this Airbnb, Joel? Full disclosure, I am long. I've been long since I think the 160, 162-ish area. So I'm basically break even as of today or the last couple of days here. But I really don't feel great about the rallies in any of those stocks you just mentioned. This one is the exception, though. Airbnb to me feels like if there's going to be one stock, and I know the valuation is still expensive, but if there's going to be one stock that doesn't have any macro forces working against it, no, Airbnb is not affected by higher fuel prices. It is not affected by the war in Ukraine. Um, uh, it's going to be this one. If anyone's going to benefit from lack of macro,
Hmm.
headwinds, it's this one. So I've never really been particularly excited about any travel stock since COVID, except for this one. This is the one that I've got. It's up almost 8% today. It's best day in a hot second. And I know the chart does not look great if you go back to last fall when the all-time high. I'm sorry, the all-time high was made a year ago, 219. But this is the one that I'm interested in here.
Yeah, and that good day getting the boost. This one, I mean, it opened. Oh, wow, they kind of ignores this one off the open because barely opened within the previous day's range. Wow, this was the one. 60.84 open, 60.65 low, went to 72.91. A couple interesting things here. Number one, you're knocking on the door here. Monthly resistance, 179. This whole area right here. I think you got some room up to 179, and then if you bust above there, that's still $6 away. So if you're banking on a 2-day move or something, that's really not much in here. I mean, you're gonna have to chew through some fat here because people did get stuck between 172 and 179, but big, I mean, just helping everybody out, that Delta Airlines.
Yeah, yeah. What a turn there. Anyway, so a lot of these, these rallies in travel stocks don't excite me. I'm not definitely not chasing. There's one thing we've learned here in the last uh year,
Yeah.
maybe 8 months or so, is do not chase. If you really want to, if you want to buy something bad enough, you will get another chance. So if you want to buy the airlines and the cruise lines, don't do it today, right? You'll, I'm guessing the weekends, tomorrow, the weekends, but I'm guessing in the next couple of days here, you will get your shot if you wanted to buy any of these stocks that are ripping today. It is just interesting though that the whole sector, the whole industry is up all in unison. It's been a while since we've seen that. I kind of retired the whole reopening stay at home trade thing because it wasn't a thing anymore because we had to reopen and that was that. But today you're seeing a very big reopening trade.
You know what kind of reminds me of? And that it's not to the same extent, but
Yeah,
when Pfizer, right? When Pfizer came out on what was that,
yeah,
November 7th, the 20 or whatever,
yeah, yeah,
and that just kick-started everything. And well, this is a little bit different.
yeah.
That was a vaccine during the pandemic, but I mean, that's kind of what it reminds me. I mean, you know what? I don't even need to look at the chart. And how much higher is Carnival Cruise Lines? 91 cents. Lifting the cruise lines too, because a lot of places you got to fly to, right, to get to your cruise. Uh, Royal Caribbean trying to fill the gap. CCL looked good. Norwegian Cruise Lines, that's having an okay day too. And it's just so funny, and not funny, but I mean, you think about what's going on in Shanghai with the COVID situation. Um, I don't know. Market likes the news. It's today's news, and that's what we're trading off.
What about the gap today? Did you see that, Joel? GPS. There was a report
No.
from an outlet called Activist Insight that reported that some major activist investor, but they didn't say who, uh, could could reveal a stake into the gap. So this was right off the open. There is at like 9:35, I think that or 9:40, I don't know, somewhere around there when that thing hit, and you saw the
Yeah.
spike up. So
Said, hmm.
what is happening in the world of retail, Joel? You got Kohl's, you got the Gap. What is going on over here?
A little consolidation. I mean, I don't. I mean, you know me. I mean, the rumor that someone may be taking a stake. I mean, that doesn't do a ton for me. But the market is lifting off it. We'll see if, in fact, we do get that stake. If not, it could go right back down to where it came. But once again, I mean, I'm not. I'm just going to give it to you here. I kind of messed my charts up. I got to move this one here for a second. You know what I'm going to do? You guys know all my tricks by now. What I'm going to do here with gaps, news, forget, without the news here, what's going to happen here? I mean, this is where you got to several times, right? The 1550 area. I'm seeing one, two, three, four highs at that area. You didn't quite get there today. Big move in order to get there, but boom, above 1550. Maybe a blink at 16, a triple top just over 16. But once again, if the news doesn't materialize, then it's going
Yeah,
to go right back
it's
down.
really Um,
Coles, let me look at Coles.
yeah,
Yeah, so much for that $69 takeout price.
yeah. Hey, speaking of news not materializing, we got duped again today, Joel. Another fake press release. I say another. The last one that I can think of was the Walmart press release from like last summer that they were accepting Litecoin, and Litecoin it actually made it through the press release news wires. That was in September. Today we had a PR come out on a press release newswire, AB newswire. No, and I know you're thinking, no, AB does not stand for Aaron Bree, but AB newswire had a official looking press release that said Tesla had acquired this company. The ticker was LTUM is the ticker there. And this is totally fake, total BS. They even spelled lithium wrong in the press release. The company that was listed as the media contact was like, we don't even know these guys. We have no idea who they are. Total fake, total BS. But penny stock craziness. Someone's got to crack down on these fake PRs because there are so many companies, and Benzinga is one of them, that our platforms ingest these PRs automatically, right? And there's a dozen or so of these PR news wires out there that get ingested. Platforms like Benzinga, Bloomberg, they're all ingesting PRs automatically. And so when a fake one gets through, it gets distributed like that in 2 seconds. And that's how this chaos happens. But it was actually fake news. And I'm sorry if you got caught up in this thing, but total BS. Someone's got to do something to crack down on these fake press releases because it is just ridiculous. Just stupid, stupid,
Nice
stupid.
little rant there. I mean, if you're trading penny stock, I mean, if they know that all the wires are gonna, Benzinga and all these places are gonna pick it up, then you know, I don't know. Not much to say on this. I
Stupid.
don't. I
It's
know.
stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. I hope that somebody cracks down on fake PRs because again, this isn't even the first one we had in the last 6 months. We had one in September, right? So more than 6 months ago now, but whatever. You get the point. What else was on my list here to discuss? I wanted to talk about. Did you see Warner Brothers today, Joel? WBD. That's the
Took
old.
off, huh?
Yeah. And my charts did adjust now. So my WBD is showing. Yours hasn't. All right.
To show 'em more history.
Yeah, because it's the old Discovery. So my
Man,
WBD is showing here. Let me bring up my chart here.
that's ridiculous. What's
Here,
going on, Trade Station?
so this is the old Discovery, right? Right. So that's what this
Yeah.
is. Yeah. So my charts have it. So now it's just WBD. But look at the volume in the past 3 days. Anyway, 3 days since the merger or spinoff, whatever the heck you want to call it. I guess it was both technically, and 3 up days for the stock. And I think Bank of America had a bullish note on it this morning. I think that may have been the catalyst for today. But yeah, another good day for WBD. Three days since the spinoff, 3 up days.
Yeah, boom, it's been trading longer than that. I mean, I told you I like that show.
I
That
know. I know the winning
uh
team.
yeah,
Yeah,
winning times.
winning
So,
team.
I mean, I've also been in a big H. I mean, I like HBO, right?
Yeah, that's
So,
like
I
HBO.
mean, I guess people are waking up to it.
I don't know.
AT&T did go ex dividend today. It did get down to $19, but we were talking about that dividend capture play. Um, and with the dividend capture, I believe it was like a 22-23 cent dividend. So you weren't too happy when it went to 1903 today, but if you were patient, you could have wiggled out, made some profit on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, only down 16 cents today. I think it was a 22-cent dividend.
Hey, how about this Bed Bath and Beyond reversal, right? Because it
Yes,
opened it
yes,
opened near
yes.
the low. I mean, all things considered, it hasn't been a big move. It moved. It fell what three
A
dollars.
big day. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it's
I like to look at this one in relation to the pre-market trading, right? And I think we were a little bit lower when we were talking. I think Triple D made a good call on this one. He thought it might rally. But the blue and the purple there, that's your pre-market trading. And someone was patient under 16, caught a bid, got into yesterday's range too. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I think I just kind of look at this one as what was the close from yesterday? Well, we're down 46 cents. Did we get above the close? No. Oh yeah, we did by quite a bit. 1797 was the close. It actually went green at 1861. I kind of look at days like this as like, man, you go in short to the report, you get the bad report. What are you gonna do? I mean, you're not gonna get any, worse news than you did. So I don't know if it's people out there initiating new longs or anything, but definitely, a good opportunity to cover a short.
yeah, yeah. Nice turn there. You know what didn't turn is J.P. Morgan. Stopped going down though.
Yeah, it did get to 126.01, so it did get low. Yeah, it did get lower than your pre-market low. I just don't know what to say about these banks, because if it's trying to be like, the recession talk and the non-recession and the interest rates and what, everything that's going on, to me, this is the biggest flashing signal. This is the most concerning thing, the way the banks are acting. Or maybe it's just specific to JP Morgan. I know BAC reports coming up. When are they? Are they tomorrow?
Bank of America is Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they took the China hit. I don't know. Well, I just wish these banks, if the banks would turn around and have a strong rally, I'd feel a lot better about this market. But as long as they're in the doldrums here, I think
Yeah.
still caution.
Yeah, hey, if you were watching the Benzinga Boot Camp, welcome to At the Close, a show that we do every single day at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time to walk into the close and wrap up the day's action. As far as earnings, I am going to start bringing this calendar back up on the screen daily because we are now coming into earnings season. I made that comment this morning, and Randy from our news desk said, Spencer, earnings never stopped. And that may be true. It does seem like there's a constant trickle these days, but there's definitely been a light flow of earnings for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Starting next week, though, it's really going to pick up again. We had a couple of banks today. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Ally, PNC, State Street, UNH, Rite Aid. So a number of big names reporting on Thursday morning, and then like I said, next Tuesday really is when things are really going to start to pick up again. I think Netflix is next week, and a lot of big ones are next week, and so basically for the rest of April here, it's going to be earnings, and then more earnings, which is fun. So that's the schedule for tomorrow. Let me catch up on the chat here. What did I miss? Can we look at Spotify? Nick says, "Yeah, let's look at Spotify. I've not looked at that stock for a hot.
It got a pop. What was the news on
What
that?
the
I,
heck
I
was
heard I
that?
heard there was some positive news on
Yeah,
it.
what the heck happened to Spotify today? Let's go into the pro. What do we got? Um, that is not it. Uh,
There was
no,
something.
yeah, I don't know. Wait, first let's bring up the charts.
Yeah, I see
Um,
the spike. Yeah, it
yeah,
was around
well,
11:30.
well, whatever it was, it wasn't really worth much because it didn't
They
hold at
took it
all.
up over 147. I mean, well, the good news, I mean, a spike and then gave it back, so that's not good. But this is what you're leaning on here if you're a Spotify trader. These lows right here. You got three,
Oh,
four in the area.
I
What do you
wonder
got for me?
if no, because I'm seeing this news about Deezer, which is like a competitor to Spotify. There was a rumor that Deezer is going to go public via SPAC, and that was around the time of the spike. But I'm not sure what that has to do with Spotify there.
Yeah, I thought I heard Spotify mention with something, but the good, I mean, it's holding support.
That's
Good support area. You had this low in the middle of March, and now you got 3, 4 lows in that area. So good area to lean on here, and boy, that it's kind of sticky too on the upside here. You just almost got to this 148, so I would go. Let's see here. If you could hold 136, then I'm liking it. And then if you could clear 148, then you got some more room, maybe up to 160. But as you see these lines, I mean, it's been 137, 160 going back all the way to like middle to the end of March.
yeah. That's a weird spike there. I don't know. It's not a stock I look at very often.
Yeah,
Um, what about? Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat now. What about? Sorry, have you seen PayPal? Yes, I did. PayPal lost their CFO. PayPal CFO went to Walmart. That news was out yesterday after the close. Actually, you can actually see it on the chart when the news broke. The big red candle after at like 4 o'clock yesterday, on the 15-minute chart there on the top left, right there on the left hand side. That was when the news broke. But that was the catalyst to drop the stock today.
not good. Not good when you get an exec leaving like that. I guess for you PayPal people, this is what you're interested in. Is this a time to buy the dip? And you had a nice little rally. Boom. You had the low. Oof, it's giving back half of the move and then some. Maybe if it could stabilize here, 106, 107, catch a bid. If not, got to look at the low of the move. I mean, these like one catalyst, like,
Yeah,
oh, the CFO
they're
leaving.
often very short lived. Yes,
Exactly, that's what I'd say.
they're not like the turn. If you're in a prolonged downtrend or a prolonged uptrend, and you get a bearish or a bullish thing like this, but the headlines like this, CFO leaving from one co to another, very often just you know can cause short lived movements, but are not going to be the headline
It's
that
good
turn.
news for Walmart here.
I
After
know.
making that all-time high, 2 bad days, and now battling back,
Yeah.
Walmart may be making a new all-time closing high today.
Uh,
Uh,
really?
and yeah, 157.41 on April 8th. You got the 57.79, 57.24. I keep an eye on this one, you Walmart shareholders. You got two highs right in this area. I think they were originally targeting the 158 handle, but now they're saying, they probably stuck their actual out at 158. So after the two down days, the two red candles, and then the snapback rally here, make sure this thing clears 158, actually the all-time high, 158.41. And in order to make a new all-time closing high, you need to end the session over 157.41.
I also saw that Art Vandelay. I wonder if it's the real Art Vandelay in the chat is mentioning Sentinel One ticker S today. They had some news out in the pre-market session. They announced that they were expanding their Singularity marketplace with some new integrations. So S is up like 13-14% today. There was also some news of like a hack. I was watching cybersecurity more broadly. I tend to watch the sector as a group because it tends to cybersecurity stocks really tend to move together. I found, but Sentinel One obviously is your leader today.
It's your leader, and you're getting back all the way to that close on April 5th, 38.22. Then you had the sustained move down to 32.71. You're back up at this area. What the bulls are going to have to do is they're going to say, hey, I'm going to need to hold a bid at 38.50 here after the big up day. And then you can maybe have some fun if you get a 2-day move because this is the first move. I'd say maybe some room up to the 51.55 or 41.55, 41.68. That's the next double top. I think just from a monthly perspective here, man, you like to see it at least make a higher high on a monthly basis. Hasn't done that in a long time. So that's what I'm looking at. But short term, see if you can stay bid at 38.50, may take a shot at the 41.50 area.
I mentioned the Gap for their Rogue M&A headline. Maybe Rogue is the wrong word there, but I forgot to mention Walgreens. Joel, did you see Walgreens today?
Walgreens.
This one in one ear and out the other. I totally forgot about it until Hartio just brought it up on the chat. There was a Reuters report that Mukesh Ambani, who's the Indian like cajillionaire, was interested in making a bid. From this is from Reuters. So yeah, I don't know.
I
Look at that
guess
move though. Look at that move though.
that's a big move for
I
Walmart.
know.
Oh, Jesus. I guess he decided not to.
Yeah. In the span of a few minutes there, he apparently decided to bid for it and then changed his mind. That's what the market would have you think. Um, I saw that headline and then I watched the stock go higher. That I totally just forgot that it happened until a few moments ago. So thanks for the reminder on that one. Um, but yeah, just crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you were looking for your gap fill, you missed it by 18 cents. It really took a big drop down after earnings and then got it back and almost there. People were like, give me 47.19 and couldn't get it. Now right back down. So 44, better hold 44 here. Bounced off that. That was actually the early morning low.
All right, we are seconds away from the closing bell, and it looks like the only sectors that are going to close red for us today. Oh, look at the banks! They're going to close green.
Really?
Come on! Oh my God, they're so close. Look at the.
What are you talking, XLF?
Yeah, the XLF. The XLF just closed flat, I think. The
All
XLF
right. Well,
flat.
we'll see what
Wow.
happens. I mean, you can't be in love with the close. I mean, we did get up to 49.50. Not much up there. We settled off, but it was a pretty big rally. So a little profit taking into the close.
Yeah, all right. Utility is the only sector actually in the red for the day. Everything else green. Financials made it to scratch. What a day for the banks. Woo! All right. That's a wrap for us here today. Smash that like button. We're going to end this show right now. Send you on over to Backtesting with Christopher Ewell, followed by Money Mitch, followed by our latest Benzinga Pro webinar. So smash that like button once again, please, and thank you. And hey, if for whatever reason you haven't signed up to attend or bought your ticket for the FinTwit Summit, which is next month in Vegas, you really should do so. Prices are going up on Friday. If you're going to do that, use this link and code that I'm putting on the screen right now. Here, let me put that in the chat first. I'll put it in the chat and I'll put it on the screen. There's the link on the screen and in the chat. Use the code BZYouTube20. BZYouTube20. Get you 20% off your ticket. Benzinga.com/events/FinTwit2022. It's going to be amazing. I will be there. Come hang with me at the very least. All right, I'm done. Sending on over to Christopher Ewell. Everyone have a great rest of your day. And see you tomorrow.